Running, yes, it's been around forever, or at least since 1748 when Thomas Running decided to try and walk twice at the same time. Because it's running, it can't really change too much, it hasn't evolved all that much, but it has become very popular. It reminds me a little bit of the fitness and gym boom in like the mid-2010s, and unfortunately sometimes when something becomes very popular very quickly, it ends up being a little bit cringe. Like if we look at some of the gym influencers at the moment, we got those like TikTok mushroom head kids, and I'm just not a fan. And you're seeing this a little bit now in the running world where people are kind of having an identity crisis with all these new people getting into running. They're kind of gatekeeping. It's like, oh, you're not serious about being an extremely average, middle of the road level runner. You're not serious enough about it. Like we got this one trying to be so hardcore, like, oh yeah, I drink Monster and smoke cigarettes. Like what are you, a high school bully in a 1990s coming of age movie? Like we got this one here, it's like, oh, you're new and you have all the new gear. Oh, it's cringe, dude. But like realistically, most of the people you see out running aren't wearing like these old trashy sneakers. They're reasonably kitted out anyway, so it's kind of just everyone. So it's like, what are we talking about? So the only real difference here between the newbies and the people who have been running for a while is speed, but at the same time, these people who have been running a while still would get steamrolled by the pros. So it's like, why punch down unless you're like so insecure about this being your identity, and having new people come in threatens that. Another thing has become a lot about influencing, which is quite funny. The more I looked into this, the more I see kind of parallels with the rise of gym and fitness, right? I was looking just for influencers for examples, and I just searched Strava and Instagram, and it's literally a thirst trap pit. It's like, how did we get here? Like, where are we? And it's strange because it's become really about influencing rather than running for some reason. A lot of the biggest influencers aren't the best runners, which is interesting. Like nothing against these people, but I'm just saying this person has 100K, this person has 200K. They're decent runners, but if you compare them to like the 1500 meter champion of the world, they have 15K. So like, it's really about influencing here. It's not too much about how good of a runner you are. So it's like, what's with all the memes about being a good runner? I don't really get it, because if it is about like casual running, why are we gatekeeping the newcomers, right? It's like just a weird identity insecurities thing going on. Like you see it with fitness as well. So it's, I don't know, I find it a bit cringe, dude. And this one here kind of sums it all up. Like people are running just to tell people that they're running. It's all about perception now, which is quite interesting. It goes back to just seeking validation and then insecurity when you don't get it, or you feel like you're undermined by those newcomers. It's all just a bit cringe for me. Personally, I think the allure I've found with individual sports is just how measurable things are. So when you're making improvement, it's very clear, which is really nice with running. And like hitting a new time, I feel like it's a bit more satisfying than hitting like a gym PR. I find those a bit more fleeting. But like, if you're telling people about it all the time, I think it certainly frames you in a certain type of way, and people aren't going to be impressed because they're just like, why is this guy bringing this up? Whereas if you just stay quiet, like I've found that with my own sport, like I just don't bring it up anymore. And then if people ask, it's kind of there. And then that way they found out anyway, except the only difference is you didn't have to be like, oh, I actually did this, that, and the other. Oh, but I'm actually training really hard. I'm going to do even better this time. It's like, no one really cares, dude. Just be normal. But altogether, I do think the running and the rise of running has actually been quite positive. I don't really believe in doing purely gym stuff. It's not really the best for your health. And I also think just with running in general, it's a bit nicer to work towards goals, and you can set a goal of a competition, which is a bit more feasible than say bodybuilding. Who really wants to compete in a bodybuilding thing, even if you do like going to the gym quite a bit? Whereas if you're into for like a 10K or a half marathon, it's something to work towards, and I think that's really just nice in life to have. You know, outside of maybe your work or studies, you're just working on something else. I think that's pretty good, not to mention like running's just good for your body, right? But yeah, I think it's just a bit more of a Chad move to be like good at something and just not tell people about it and not get involved in these weird ego games. Like people will figure it out eventually anyway, so those are just my 2 cents. If you like running, good for you. Don't be the cringe guy making weird posts. You're better than that, especially if you drop a like and subscribe, then you're like much better than that. So I really would endorse that. So altogether, I do think it's a net good. I just think, you know, instead of letting these like insecure, hardcore casuals ruin it, like don't let that happen. It's much more fun and easier just to laugh at them. So let me know your thoughts below. I do a lot of videos on nutrition and I compete in track and field, so there's kind of a training context to them. So there's some old videos there if you did enjoy this one, but I will see you in the next video.